All right, shout out to 6th and 7th period today. It's Friday, February 10th. This was our warm-up on the screen today, but guess what, everybody else out there in math land? First of all, thanks for tuning in to Witcher Math channel today. And just 3 simple practice problems for subtracting rational numbers. A rational number, as you know, is anything that can be written as a fraction with a whole number on the top and the bottom. So here we go. Let's make this as quick as we can, but still explain everything that needs explaining. First of all, we need common denominator on the bottom. Well, that's redundant. Common denominator means these down here. Common means same, as you know. So, does 4 fit into 8 evenly without going over? Yes, of course it does. So we're going to use sometimes what's called a giant 1 because 2 divided by 2 equals 1. So therefore the name. But importantly for this problem, I want to times or multiply 4 by 2 to get that common denominator on the bottom. So I'm going to rewrite the 5/8 because that's not changing. But now I'm going to subtract 1 times 2. What is it? Okay, I'll take it. 2. And 4 times 2? Correct. That's what we were chasing, the 8 on the bottom there. We're just going to keep that all the way across, which we do anytime adding or subtracting. We're going to keep that denominator the same. And 5 minus 2, I know. The reason we get the common denominator, of course, is so we don't have to deal with fractions. We can just treat them like integers, the numerators. So 5 minus 2 is 3. Can we simplify that anymore? No, we cannot. So that one is done. Can we change it to a decimal? Of course. Why? Well, it's fun, first of all. Yeah, cheer up. It's fun. Kind of down today? Go ahead and here, I'll show you how to do that. I'll remind you how to do this. Numerator divided by denominator equal sign. Boom. There's your decimal. Good. I don't know why you would want to do that, but it's super easy, so why not? Which is why we're allowing calculators on problems like this in case you want to go back and forth between. Okay? On to the second one. Let's change colors. I have so many because I don't know which one I want to use, or maybe this one's going to be dry. Who knows? So like we learned from the previous problem, we're going to get that common denominator, giant 1. It's called because the stuff inside equals 1. 2 divided by 2. And if you don't believe me, go here. 2 divided by 2. Whoa! Okay. Excuse me. Just drank my smoothie. Here we go. So I'm going to keep the 3/8. Subtract 3 times 2 is? Well, there's 3 and there's 2 of them. And a bunch of wrinkly old fingers. Blah, scary. 6. 4 times 2? 8. Equals, ooh, I'm running out of room. I'm going to bump into this 3 here. So I'm going to put the 8 here. 3 minus 6. Now, all those strategies we learned with integers, those are the numerators. So you could think of this as we're just going to do 3 minus 6, and whatever we get, we're going to put right there on top of that 8. We could do 3 positives and 6 negatives. This is 0. So you thought we're done with all those strategies, but you can still use them. They do work. We didn't stop last chapter or whenever that was. Okay, so -3. We could also use a number line. Everybody could use a number line every now and then. I'm going to start at 0. I'm going to go 3 to the right. And I'm going to go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to the left, which gets me to -3. Okay, so no matter how you do it, we should end up with -3/8. And finally, the last one, we have choices. I think since we've done the first two as fractions, why don't we do this one as a decimal? Since it starts that way. Plus, let's check and make sure we know how to make this fraction into a decimal. Okay, this really says 7 1/5. Okay? So since we're going to a decimal, I'm going to keep the 7 there, and then I'm going to calculate. And if you already know the answer, shh, maybe someone next to you does not know the answer yet. 1 divided by 5. Do that with any fraction. There's our decimal. So I'm going to put that, you guys call it 0.2 sometimes. That is the end of third period, and my lunch officially starts right now. So when we're subtracting decimals, we could just, these both have 1 decimal place, so you have your choice. Just to keep this video kind of short, I'm going to use the calculator since it's allowed, it's okay. And I want to highlight that it's okay. There we go. So why not? If teacher says it's okay, it must be okay. 12 3/10 minus 7 2/10 is positive 5 1/10. And since I said it that way, why don't we practice converting? It's okay to practice, even if it's not an assignment, just because you want to get better. So 5 1/10, I could write it this way. And remember, we could also make it into an improper fraction by going this way. 10 times 5. Go ahead, don't be shy. 10 times 5, what is it? Plus 1, right. So not only did we get a solution to that little problem, we used a calculator because it's okay, and we converted it to a mixed number and an improper fraction. So that's it for today. For 6th and 7th period, shout out to you guys. Thank you for being here. Hey! And in addition to that, it's an answer key to our warm-up for the day, and it's education for all the children of the world and the adults too. So goodbye. Thank you.